We are back, chat. I am really sorry about that. My PlayStation chose to be an asshole and hiccup on the internet, so I had to reboot my console. I'm honestly getting sick of my PS4 doing this. What the hell is with the quality on my stream? What the Technology. I swear to God, chat, if my console does this one more time, I'm gonna just try this on Twitch. Let's try this again, and hopefully my dumbass console's internet will maintain itself.
Solidify! I will have order!
Busted! Take cover!
Wait now. Have a seat!
Quietly now.
Sorry if I'm a bit quiet, chat. I'm actually pissed off that my console's internet chose to murk itself this early into a fucking stream.
I'm going in! Busted!
Order guide you.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Alright. Friggin' Sam turret mode. Jesus. I feel like I could clear these things with just Yellon alone.
Busted.
How are these things not freezing?
Out of the way! Why do they never miss?
I will have order.
How about... Get away from me.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Come on, keep it frozen. I like how my Ralph Esley's damage is not doing too bad when his talents are only at like 3. Hey chat, I have a question I want to ask you guys. How would you guys feel about the idea of me potentially streaming like revisited like game playthroughs and maybe even some of the COD games on YouTube, like instead of just putting those on Twitch? Just have like new game playthroughs that I'm like going through for the first time be for Twitch. And like revisit runs be on YouTube or something. I honestly feel like that'd work out really well for my YouTube channel, then that means I actually get to use it more.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Teamwork is dream. Gotcha.
On the way now. Have a safe trip. Gather. This is order.
Busted.
Also, chat, since I'm horrible at keeping track of things, does anyone see how much fragile resin I have left after this? Or, not fragile, condensed.
Gotcha.
Ow.
Stabilize.
Game's up. Time's over.
Okay, I have this one and one more. Once this talent farming is over with, I do want to test to see if Ralph Esley's damage improves any. It most likely will, but I want to be sure.
Take it easy.
I also really like the sort of like Little Mac vibes I get from Ralph Esley with his fight style. Anyone who's played Punch-Out or Smash will know who Little Mac is.
Busted.
I will have order.
Everybody stand back.
Let's begin.
I myself don't know much about the character, but I've fought him in Smash and he's terrifying.
Quietly now.
Gather.
Gotcha. Get out of here! Out of the way!
And boom. I am so glad that whenever I have a shield, friggin' Bennett does not get knocked back by his charge attack.
Order guide you.
Zhongli, you are one of my best characters. Like, trust me, chat, this CEO of GEO over here has carried me through so much of this game. It helps that he's voiced by a really cool VA by the name of Keith Silverstein. Fun fact, by the way, regarding that VA, chat, did you know that the guy who voices Zhongli, Keith Silverstein, also voiced Chairman Rose in Pokemon Twilight Wings? He also voices in JJK, but I forgot the name of the character he voices, and why am I still here? Yeah, when I first found out that friggin' Keith Silverstein voiced somebody in Pokemon, I was like, wait a minute, what? And then when I went and looked, I was like, oh my god. I also found out a neat little tidbit regarding the Marvel's Avengers game that came out some time ago, that apparently in that game, I think it was like Nolan North was Tony Stark and Troy Baker was Bruce Banner. Which for a long time I did not know, but I thought it was really cool. I was like, wait a fucking minute. Tony Stark in Marvel's Avengers is voiced by the same guy that voices Nathan Drake. Shit's wild. Who are you? Chat, I need to... I have mail? I didn't know it was Sucrose's birthday. Happy birthday, Sucrose. I guess. Alright, character. I unlocked stuff for Ralph Hesley. Oh shit, I didn't realize I managed to get him to Friendship Level 4. Wait. He has voice lines about some of the new characters coming out. Navia, Emily, and Chevros.
The Fortress of Meripede works with Spina di Risula on some matters regarding supplies and logistics, but we don't have any other dealings. This isn't because I don't trust Navia or her abilities. In fact, I hold her in quite high regard. The only reason we continue to stay out of each other's way is because I want to honor the agreement I made with the late Mr. Callis. The Fortress of Meripede doesn't need her services. Yeah, some things are best preserved the way they are, warts and all, so people don't make the same mistakes twice. I say warts, but yeah, I mean the smell.
Ew.
Most inmates seem to gain a new level of respect for the rules after receiving attention from the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. As the captain, Chevreuse is an instrumental part of that team.
Chevreuse? That's how you say that? Sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing certain words, a chat, especially if it's in another language. Well, that looks like all we can do for Ralph Esley's talents. Let's see how his damage fares. Where's an area with a good amount of enemies? This area has a good amount. Wait, let me check my Genshin mail to make sure that birthday thing wasn't from fucking yesterday. Oh, it actually is from today, good. Gonna blow those up from a distance first.
Away now.
Okay, that is a noticeable difference.
Get a little chilly.
Yeah, that is a noticeable difference in damage, holy shit. Alright. It is time to play as the birthday girl. Where is my Sucrose? Ah, there she is.
I want to help.
And it wouldn't be right to have Sucrose out, but not have Albedo as well.
Let's investigate this further.
Stay close and you will live.
I need at least a healer on my team, so Diona, you're up.
Need my help as usual?
Oh, hush, little cat. Let's use Kazuha's sword since I can do some plunging with Albedo. Okay, Sucrose, having a set for you is going to be an issue. Shit. This is a problem. Okay, we're going to try an experiment. It's funny, considering the goblet I have for my tenacity set is cryo damage, so this may actually benefit Diona. Holy... Sucrose's attack and defense are almost like matching. Okay, what are the talents on my Sucrose? I haven't used her in a while. 4, 6, and 8. Jesus Christ. Oh. How about Albedo? What do you got, buddy? Oh. Is there anything I can do world quest wise? Wait, what the hell is this? Water Imp's Conjecture? Wait, bird what? Oh shit! I completely forgot. I started Kaya's Hangout event forever ago and never finished it. Oops. Wait, I haven't even begun Kaya's, or not Kaya, Kave's. Alright, I guess we're gonna go do Kave's Hangout event. I know I said I was gonna do some World Quest chat, but I didn't realize I never started Kave's Hangout event, so I'd like to do that instead. Because, unfortunate sad fact about World Quests in Genshin chat is, there's no voice acting, it's just dialogue. Just hard to commentate over, and I don't like reading.
I've taken a look at your proposal, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Autoplay.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
For
Chat, I think
starters,
Kave is a little
don't you
pissed.
think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus. This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design? Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do? Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof, so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
What?
Don't architects
I'm
often
gonna
say
pretend
that
I know what
symmetry
they're
makes
talking about,
everything more
chat.
balanced and pleasing to the eye. This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Hey, young man, please wait.
That did not go well at all, chat. Let's go make sure our boy's okay. That looks rough. And that's putting it mildly. I don't know much about architectural design, but I do know my way around art, so I kind of half understand Kave's POV. Oh, Jesus Christ, he got drunk already? I know shit hits hard, but I didn't think that hard.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever.
Yo, Kave, you alright?
Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
I saw you arguing with someone just now.
So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around.
Well, in my defense, I just showed up, so...
Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now.
Aw,
Stress
Kave.
is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine. Same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
I'll have a glass of juice.
Wine in a glass of juice coming right up.
Chokes down the entire glass, Jesus.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me. That guy, though, what was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all. Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
You
Jesus.
I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
Kave, you trying to get
Every
hammered,
other
buddy?
day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would
Ouch.
spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely
Constructive
disregarding other
criticism
people's
can be
feedback
rough.
would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods? Or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh no, he's already slurring.
Art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh no, he's drunk. Fuck, what do I say here? It's something that embodies the creator's efforts and dedication?
Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning
I did
of
it.
art are rather similar. In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation. It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
Freaking headset. Let's do something else to clear your mind.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here.
Why did you decide to become an architect anyway?
Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch her bring all kinds of buildings to life on paper. You could say my interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
It's actually really sweet. Would she be able to understand how you're feeling now?
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, it's to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experience, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items. So I just packed anything with memories away in a box and haven't reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those memories without losing my mind. Yeah, I should dig it out and take a look.
Mind if I come with?
Huh? Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. I should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend. Speaking of that, I can call you a friend now, right?
Of course.
Either way, thanks for reminding me that I can
Wait,
invite
what?
you to come along. Had I just gone back by... trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current
Chat, can you guys still hear me fine?
And spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft. If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past.
I just had a notification pop up on.
Think you'd find that too boring?
On my screen that said something about the internet not being strong enough. The fuck is that about? Shit, I got distracted and wasn't paying attention to what Kaveh was saying.
Alright, then let's head back together.
Okay, good.
You already know where I live.
Really don't need my console to be an ass right now.
Who knew that the day would come when I, too, would have some friends over? Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Al-Haytham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day. Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. I'll go take care of the bill.
Night. I mean, I got the Mora for it, but... Computer, I do not need you to be an ass. I completed a thing? Looks like I'll get all my encounter points done by just doing this friggin' story quest, or... Hang on a minute, not story quest, what the fuck am I saying? Yeah, if Kaveh's having a bit of an art problem, maybe somebody like Albedo could help him out, because... Albedo does do a bit of art. like Albedo and Kaveh would get along really well and work well together.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box.
Why am I tired? What's wrong, Kaveh?
Nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place. And many years since my mother moved to Fontaine.
Kaveh's mom lives in Fontaine?
I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
A drawing, a bunch of books. I didn't drawing.
Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more than 20 years ago.
You were under 5 and you made a drawing like that?
Good for a child of
pretty
that
good.
age. Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
You don't sound as confident as you used to be.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time. I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh,
cute.
And this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?"
What happened after that?
My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?